Well, shit, you guys have been busy. Also, is it you guys? How many people are... Where are these people coming from? How many people are shipwrecked on this island? Like, there was that one encampment of gnomes that I haven't talked to yet. But, like, I really thought that the one village of cultists was, like, the people, basically, pretty much had to conform to survive.
It's done, my liege. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting Cillian Keen from Cape Solace to serve the keep as your beastmaster. You can find him at the beast pen.
So he is from Cape Solace. I thought they practically had a religion about not crossing that river. What should we restore next?
I have only just begun, my liege. Several texts I found in the keep refer to an unusually large armory beside the main structure. For this, I'll need 2 bundles of emberwood, 2 bundles of sailcloth, and 4 bundles of sea steel.
Don't we have people for this? How about the next thing you do is get people for this, you know? What book's in the keep?
A journal belonging to, I think, the keep's original master-at-arms has convinced me that the collapsed building to the left of the keep was an armory. There are some cryptic references to a method he devised to determine how effective a student is in combat, but it's beyond me.
I looked it up, and apparently the requirement for the progress was that 1 in-game day had to happen, which means my little quest to go talk to Jim Cummings took a day, I guess? Maybe dialogue still passes time? Did you see it in your dream?
In my dream, I saw a building flanking the main structure. I now know it's the armory. It was a place for weapons, as you'd expect, but it was also to be a grand academy for the art of combat.
What armory?
The Diverga built armories and trained their masters-at-arms to divine how much damage you inflict when attacking with weapons or even spells.
I'll get what you need.
Sea steel is usually found around the coast. I'll mark on your map where you're likely to find the crates. Once you get back, I'll get started on construction right away.
How goes the restoration? Yeah, no.
Goodbye.
No. We've already had a chat. What the fuck? It's been a day. Where are all these people from?
Hello?
Martin Strand.
You must be the master of the keep. Your scout, Zephwin. He found me on the coast. Hopefully, I can be of some use here. I do offer training.
It really is just random people found at random places. Minimum skill required is 7. You are not ready for this level of training. What training? You didn't tell me what... Hey game, you want to tell me what the training is? That I'm training? Dick? What the fuck? You just hit training, it's like, nah. You gotta level it up to level 7. Level what to level 7? You know. Cool. Martin Strand.
To be honest with you, I was part of a pirate ship. We would steal cargo from other ships, and it was my job to hide it. You wouldn't believe the places you can fit goods into on a ship. See you.
See ya. Look at this throne, it's all dusted and whatnot. And that dust has been removed, not like the way that, like, desserts are dusted, and that they are added dust to. Funny how the word can mean the opposite of itself. Thankfully, that never happens anywhere else in the English language. Oh. Good old inflammable. I love words that can mean literally anything. It's basically defeating the purpose of having a word. Why do I have 2 beds? Hey, now we have a stash in town. I've got some options. Let's see, place. Yeah, let's just get rid of some of these shinies. There we go. stash just this. It's kind of nuts to me, but the stash still doesn't have like the most massive inventory. It's only 300. Like that's more than the 100 or so that I've got by default, but it's still like, given how spammy the items are, especially crafting, like all the shards and then the gems you make with the shards, but then all the other random crafting items and so on. It's like you can fill all these things up pretty quickly. This game does have like MMO levels of stats sometimes, or not stats, items.
You must be the great liege that Paddy has been talking about.
Paddy?
He kept going on and on about how magnificent and benevolent you are.
Fuck.
Honestly, I just agreed to move up here to get out of the wind. That town on the cliff was a bit breezy.
Yeah, well, your clothes aren't helping, are they? Oh, sell. There we go. Worse. Maybe still hold on to that one. Worse. I figured that was valuable. That seems worse, yeah. Get through some of my nonsense. Oh yeah, no. Get the fuck out of my inventory, crafting items. It's not worth the effort. It's just not. I do not want a bunch of random crafting stuff filling up my inventory all the time. The gems are already a lot too. I think I'll move. I think I might. Let's get rid of the shittier ones. I don't know what some of these items are. Well, I've got some money now, don't I? Oh, these things don't take up my inventory slots. Huh. Oh well. Still not necessarily doing anything with them. I was under the impression they took up inventory slots because my inventory was always filling up so damn fast.
Take care, my liege.
But like 80 is really not great. And what, I started off with like 60 or 70 or something? It just seems like kind of cruel. Oh, we can hear, wow, that chakram, okay. I see they're gonna do this again. Dylan Gravemore, what does that icon mean?
That crazy maiden nearly tore my hair out. Do you have any idea what it costs to have yourself coiffed in such a manner? No, you probably don't. I suppose I'm your prisoner then. Excellent. And I thought my day couldn't get any better.
What? Who are you? Dylan Gravenor.
Calder and I were students together. I took to spellbinding while he took to going mad, it seems. I don't like to judge.
Calder Von?
You should call him by his true title, Lord Von. His family holds great power in Rathir. Eccentric they are, interested in relics, research and rumors, all of which led them here. Once they knew about Gallows End, they had to find it.
What the fuck are you talking about? Bye, forever probably. I don't know who he is or what he's talking about. He's just rambling about a bunch of random shit, and I'm like, why are you like volunteering to be my prisoner? Like, is that just like a thing you're into? Like, I hate to break it to you, as much as this is a role-playing game, this is not a role-playing island. This is a real island that you're in danger on. Like, oh no, dastardly pirates, I guess you're going to take me prisoner. It's like, I don't know you, sir. Go away. I'm not impressed by your weird haircut. It's gonna really run out. Whatever value you got out of that fucking haircut, it's gonna go away pretty quickly the moment that anything else happens here. It's like, you're gonna be here a while. You're stuck. I mean, you guys are stuck. I'm not stuck. I guess that means no one's stuck, because we can just take anybody away from this place with my ship already. So the premise of the being stranded is gone like immediately. Although the primary stranded people are like a cult that like, I like being stranded, don't take me away. Yeah, if he wants to keep calling, if not the same guy, the other guy. If the other guy wants to keep calling me his liege, he better fucking get together having some kind of fucking people that take care of this for me. Because if I spend this whole fucking story arc running out into the wilderness and grabbing pieces of broken sailcloth over and over again and to get the next step unlocked, I'm not really feeling very liegey, honestly. I'm feeling pretty lowly, as it turns out. Hop, 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 hop. Mudhold fasting. Lots of fasting. Never heard that word used in this context before, but, you know, that's step one of RPGs. It's all about that vocabulary. Even if it sometimes feels like it became somebody's favorite word for a particular afternoon, and then that's why it's everywhere in a game. I'm trying to remember what it was exactly. In Final Fantasy XIV, there was like a really specific grammatical quirk that never came up until suddenly it came up once, and then we're like, what the fuck? Does that work? Does that word really work that way? And then it happened constantly. Like, it suddenly started being a thing that happened to every conversation for like one story arc. It's like, okay, that became somebody's favorite little vocab trick that particular week. And so they were just really thinking about it a lot. It's just always funny to me.
A much bigger undertaking than the last, but a greater thrill as well.
I have what you requested.
Let's see. Yes? Yes, this is all of it. I'll begin constructing the armory right away.
Okay.
Bye.
Have fun, knock yourself out, gnome boy. I'm gonna... You know I got shit to do though, right? Like, I'm the protagonist, like... This is the first of 3 expansions, and I already did the main story. Like, I'm up to shit. I'm gonna leave, you know. Like, I'm leaving. Probably soon. I already beat one of the 3 dudes. Probably just a couple more dudes. Than the dude, as it turns out. So if, either you gotta pick up the pace and wrap up your story arc fast, to... Because I'm gonna check in between each quest here, or I'm gonna have to come back while I'm doing the other expansions. And no, I think you should. I think you might just want to get a new guy to roleplay as being your liege or whatever.
You're too late. We were all too late. The new Scion, Bridget, she's gone mad.
What happened?
I noticed that she'd been acting strangely. Refusing food, talking to herself. Most Scions experience moments of opacity, but this was different. When I questioned her, she grew hostile. I've never seen anything like it. A new magic, flashes of purple light. And then she was gone. Gone! You'll never find Bridget. Not unless you can see the invisible. Farewell.
Not unless you can find the invisible. Is it time for the obvious combat dungeon to become a combat dungeon? It's a little funny to me that the map already showed that it was a combat dungeon in advance. It looks a little complicated. That's interesting. Usually you don't think ever in dungeons in this game. That's why it stands out so much at the one time in the entire main story where there's a puzzle in a dungeon and you're like, wait, really? They made puzzles in this game? Map fragment, the jawbone? This fragment of yellowed parchment appears to be part of a Divergen treasure map. It has the words harbor written on it in Alfar, but the rest is a complicated Divergen script. 2 other fragments are required to complete the map. And the next one's apparently in the harbor. which is where I was earlier, but I must have missed it. I kept missing the second one, I guess. But we got it at this point. Hey guys. Delete. Alright, back to being in an empty place again. Question, what the fuck is a fate door? It's a door that I can uniquely open. Well, there's some fate controller person that's apparently messing with everything. So that's probably important. Navy reconnaissance report. Their quarry is the Whispering Witch. According to previous reports, prepared by Lieutenant Commander, the woman known as the Whispering Witch was part of Dead Kel's crew for several years before he even knew of her existence. He did not notice the witch because she posed as a male crewman using the name Droldberry, which she took from the Varani slaver who first dragged her from the family. It should be mentioned that she later killed Barry, disemboweling him. Another reason that Dead Cal never discovered this witch's secret was because she never spoke. Many believed her to be mute. Others simply thought she was feeble. However, this all changed when Dead Cal captured the Ark of Light. See Report 477. A Corthian galley carrying a vast assortment of rare relics and tomes. Watching the ignorant deckhands paw through the piles of ancient, priceless artifacts, the witch could not stand it. And at last she revealed her true identity. Witnesses claim that she slaughtered 12 men in a 5-minute span, much to the amusement of Dead Kel. He really was just called Dead Kel before he was dead? Seems a bit on the nose. Feels like the developers really named him that because he's back from the dead, so having him be called that back before he was dead is just very odd. As each man died, the witch kissed him on the forehead, whispering into his ear. No one knows what she said. From that day forward, she was known as the Whispering Witch. They say she still only speaks when she's killing. Regarding her combat prowess, it is said that the Whispering Witch is calculating and precise in battle. Her most effective tool is manipulation, both mental and magical. If possible, she will put others, preferably innocents, between herself and the opponent. Unlike most of the Dead Kel's hanged men, the witch is wise, having immersed herself in a self-imposed study on of the arcane. She cherishes magic and power, and the power it gives the weak. Perhaps in another life she would have joined the Scully Arcana. Perhaps not. Captain Grivia Gray. I almost read it as a gravy. Captain Gravy. Okay, so that means that Trilo, the crew member from the beginning of the game that was writhing on the ground that was supposedly mute. It seems to me like he might actually be dead and being impersonated by the Whispering Witch. It is, I guess it is backwards. You'd expect him to be mute now, not before. But it's suspiciously similar to reuse like the same plot element. But that is a recurring thing. Like there's a lot of the other quests where it's like, oh, you mean the one where everyone's mind control? Like there's the quest chains where like a bunch of people are being mind controlled one by one. And then at the end there's a woman that's the evil one that you need to stop at the end. Like that was the house. That was the hello? There we go. That was the House of Ballads and the Mages Guild are both stop the evil woman that's mind controlling everybody. It's like that's a weird specific thing to reuse. But here we're in the same expansion and we have two different characters that specifically pretend to be mute for some period of time, and this character apparently impersonated a man having killed the real one. That just tells me that, and like we specifically suspected that he was dead on the shore. It's like, haha, I was pretending to be wounded, and also I'm not mute, and so on. It just kind of seems like he's the Whispering Witch. It kind of seems like I shouldn't do that quest on his behalf.
Cycle the second, the Alfar. You would not enjoy the awkward scrambles needed to traverse this isle, my love. They are treacherous. I must resemble the tumblers we witnessed in Sun Camp all those many nights ago, reeling and twisting. The Arathi were not the only inhabitants of Gallows Inn, though surely the oldest. Natural caverns in the north and south boast evidence of a variety of other visitors, both man and beast. Alfar weapons and armor litter the beaches, treasures for the taking. They too seem to have departed in haste. It is a troubling trend. What is terrorizing everyone? Give my good wishes to the Templars, dear Netta. As always, you are in my thoughts.
This is a dangerous place to put that audio log.
What do you seek, child? Bridget is gone. She resisted me at first, surrendered when she realized how painful I could be. Kel was correct. These villagers, so young, so foolish. And you, I see how you move through the world, how you tear through the threads of fate, where I only weave them. What are you?
What did dead Kel say?
He said you'd find me in time. And here you are. It takes much to earn the gaze of dead Kel, child. You must truly be special.
People always tell me I'm special, but I often don't really have to do anything to earn it. It's pretty numbing. Where is Bridget Malloy?
She stands before you. I am Bridget, and she is me. As far as hosts go, she has been adequate. But I only chose her because she is meant to be the Scion, and she is meant to possess the power.
You didn't fool me.
Didn't I? The woman's own husband couldn't discern a difference. We have prepared for this day for many years. The blessing of Akara will be mine, and then it will be dead Kel's. If you had any sense, you would have left this island in the Requiem. Now it will be your funeral barge.
Oh, you're the whispering one. Got it. I win? Instantly? No, she's gonna come out and the real fight's gonna happen. You couldn't have more screamy noises? That was weird. That was really awkward, that cutscene. Just, long gaps of silence between each one. Hey, look, music's happening. That could have even worked a minute ago to make the scene work better. Alright, let's get these ads out of the way. Boom! Big damage, no whammies. Well, you're not any stronger than the other ones. This game has level scaling, supposedly. The Wave Maker. Although I have some research to do about that. Letter to Bridget. I know what you must be feeling, but I felt it too. Because I felt it too. Becoming the Scion is greater than any responsibility on this earth. You must be prepared to face your own weaknesses, and to overcome them. Akara's vessel cannot be a broken one. But take heart, Bridget. You and I have known each other for many years, and I can think of no one more deserving of such an honor. Akara will take the strength that you already possess and multiply it 100-fold. He is waiting for you, as he waited for me so many years ago. It is right to be afraid, for you are facing the might of a god. But be glad, too. The Scion does great things. Whatever happens, do not change. It is vital to the Scion's duties that you retain your sense of wonder, your willingness to feel, and your love of the common man and woman. You will lead them now. As I make my exit, I know that I leave them in capable hands. Yours, Pima. Well, she's probably been murdered by the witch. In fact, I think that's might still be her body. Is that how it works? I think that's how the thing said it works. So she's dead, but also the witch is dead, and also maybe I'm gonna kill Pima. I guess that guy wasn't her. It's just it really is just them having a bit of a one-track thing and being like, what if I repeat this plot point more times? Having a duplicitous lying character known that doesn't speak in order to hide their motives better. Having that come up twice in an hour and have them not be the same character is super fucking weird. It's just a bizarre narrative choice. Get me out of this creaking place. I don't like the creaking areas. They creak so much. It's really distracting. It's weirdly loud. Especially since it should be turned down. Yeah, that's how low my effects and music volume are to make dialogue louder. The audio in this game's a fucking disaster. It's probably the remaster just doing a terrible job. Which at first I want to be like, oh, but you know, it's been like a year or whatever, right? So I want to see like it's new, right? But no, just Fatesworn is new. They've had like a year to update the main game, and they just haven't fixed these obvious audio problems. THQ Nordic definitely rush job this whole thing, which kind of seems to be their business model for all of these returning games.
I didn't know. How could I? All Scions grow distant. They bear too much responsibility. They are only human. My poor Bridget. All she wanted was to serve Akara, and he allows this to happen. What is his protection worth if he can't stop one witch? Whatever shall we do now? The offering is upon us, but we have no one to offer.
I thought he could stop everybody. The premise was supposed to be that this little triangle of land is safe, but it's not? Will you be okay?
I don't know. I am shaken, as is my faith.
Yeah.
We here on Gallows End are a fragile few. We have always survived by the grace of Akara. I weep for the loss of my wife, but I tremble for the loss of my god.
Why did Dead Kel do it?
Magic prevents Dead Kel from entering this village and from taking part in the offering ceremony. He is broken and not worthy of Akara's blessing. The Whispering Witch would be his key to unlock the power he's always coveted. Possessing Bridget, she would take the role of Scion, and all of the power came with it. It was an insidious plot, but undeniably inspired.
There's some crossed signals here. It certainly feels like... I don't want to be the Scion. What? Ew, that's both my options? I don't want a god in me. Who would want that? I specifically said no to another guy that wanted to possess me earlier. Like, I'm not into that. Why is it all my choices? You would think that being revived and immortal and whatnot would be the blessing of Akara, since it's apparently what happened to him. Let me be the Scion.
You? There are others who waited a lifetime for the opportunity, only to have another chosen. But you did have the vision to discover Dead Kel's plot, and the strength to defeat the witch. Is there anyone more worthy of Akara's blessing? Yes, this is what must be done. Go to the ruins on the northern mountain and claim our people's birthright. There is no other way.
There have been others that have waited a lifetime only for someone else to be chosen. Yeah, that's what I just said. I'm the other. What did I stutter? Alright, you gotta be on this map for some reason. I wonder why those ones aren't clickable. Has it been a day yet? I don't know. Oh, let me know. The answer is no. Then I'll take a nap. Hop, 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 hop. I keep accidentally pressing X. So we get to hear my my long-term sword attack happening. I've basically never used a bed in this game. There, it's like almost a day. There you go, return to Patty. It does update from here, at least. Because previously it seemed like the prompt of what to do next didn't happen until after I got back. Like it happened when I came to the door.
Hi.
How goes the restoration?
Just a few finishing touches remain. I'm very excited for you to see it. Which reminds me, Myfa tells me that a new arrival named Ollie Madsen was a master-at-arms before he landed here. Invite him to come here, and he'll be an excellent addition to the keep. Bye.
Man, I've got really bad news for you guys. We're gonna... I don't know if you know my track record, guys, but every time I finish, like, setting up a place or becoming its leader, I immediately leave and I never come back. So... y'all putting a lot of work in, and I appreciate that about you, but you're gonna be very disappointed in about 2 hours.
There's talk that you're the one that took that keep on the hill single-handed. Impressive.
No. I mean, kind of. I mean, there was the big thing, but I've fought like 10 of those already. Come to Gravehall Keep.
That Docklefar woman Myfa told me what you and the gnome are doing up there. I've spent my life training fighters, and I'd be honored to be Gravehall's master-at-arms. I'll pull up stakes here and march up to join you at the keep. Ain't that dug in anyhow. See ya.
As a Docklefar, I'm not sure how much I liked the way that you said that Docklefar woman. But okay. Hop, 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 hop.
Every
I did a
great
ding.
hall needs an armory, and I believe we've done an admirable job of restoring this one, if I do say so myself. So, you asked Ollie Madsen to serve as the keep's master-at-arms? You won't be disappointed, my liege. He'll make his home in the armory a fine residence. I would know.
What should we restore next?
This place! It never ceases to surprise me.
Or it's a building.
With it all cleaned up, I was able to spot the entrance to a collapsed tunnel leading from the keep. Once I'd laid eyes on it, I knew I'd seen it in my dream. I'll need some materials, though. 3 bundles of beach stone, 2 bundles of bear hide, and 3 bundles of sea steel. Bear hide shouldn't be too hard to come by. The Diverga love to keep crates of it in their fastings. I marked some locations on your map where you're likely to find the other crates as well. Good luck. Bye.
I hope something's wrong with him, like he's possessed or there's an evil spirit tricking him into this or something. Because otherwise I'm just like, what the... what is this obsession he's got? Why is he so deep into this? I'm not crazy about shards or stealth. Lockpicking's fine, I guess. Hey, you can disarm traps. Sure, why not? I maxed out my lightning spell. Got adrenaline surge. Increased crit chance, but only during adrenaline surge. Were there any abilities I wanted passively? I don't really want to learn a new weapon. I'm fine. Daggers and Feyblades. Let them rip, huh? I see explosion. I'm fine with what I have, so I don't really feel the need to have more buttons to press, by and large. I'm looking for upgrades I can get without messing that up more, so I guess I'll just give this guy more attacks. And then that'll eventually unlock my ability to buy Meteor. When is that? 70? Oh right, 2 points. So it'll be 10 more points before I get there. Okay, shit. I'm not gonna be able to put all those points into that. You really buck up against certain limits as a result of it just being so expensive to get from tier to tier. I'd be more inclined to jump around in the other, there we go. In the other tiers, or in the other spell. Ooh. Well, that's not good, is it? Say, do you guys know how to get in there? It seems like you are here for that reason.
Stand clear. Our business does not concern you, Longlegs. Pepin will be back momentarily with the tome, and then we will be on our way. Until then, do not interfere.
What's the tome?
It is called the Tome of Contrition, and it is a record of gnomish experience throughout the ages. But that is all I can say. To reveal more could be detrimental to our expedition. Now, if only Pepin would return from undersea fasting. A dread cloud hangs above this island. I can feel it.
How'd the tome get here?
The Tome of Contrition was stolen by the Diverga in one of their barbaric raids. During the Edessa migration, we gnomes transported many artifacts from across the seas to the Great Library. The temptation was too much for such savages. But of all the relics lost to us, the Tome of Contrition is the most important. It is not my place to explain, and not yours to know. I will put it this way. The loss of such a book could do irreparable harm.
I like how she was like, I can tell you no more. And then I'm like, what if you told me more, though? And then, I will now tell you more. I'll find him.
I'm not sure. Obviously, I cannot pursue him. It is my duty to stay here to see to our higher purpose. But something must be done. Pepin's tardiness is a concern. Fine. Yes, it is decided. You may find Pepin, and you will be rewarded for doing so. But I accept no responsibility for your safety. None whatsoever.
Did I just hear the vines?
Goodbye.
Really? It wasn't even mentioned in the conversation, so she wasn't controlling it. The fuck? A giant boulder and vines were blocking the door for just arbitrary reasons? Just to make it so you had to talk to her before you went inside? That is some real awkward quest logic forced in.
What brings you down here? Oh, I see. Leave it to Templar 10 says to send me an assistant. And a lofty one at that. She has no confidence in me. Never has. There's no need for aid. I have the situation under control. Mostly. Just wait. When I return, tome in hand, she will have no choice but to boast of my valor. Everyone believes I'm a failure, but I will prove my worth.
Where's the tome?
It's in the chamber at the end of this passage. We might need to find it among the other treasures, but our facts indicate that the tome is there.
Why have you taken so long? Tome of Contrition.
Did Templar Tan says not tell you? No, she wouldn't, would she? The Tome of Contrition is where our wisest leaders record the mistakes they've made in the name of progress. The instances of frailty, of weakness. Such knowledge prevents our kind from repeating its greatest mistakes. With it, we're able to move forward, not wallow in the past. As you can expect, the contents of this book are quite damning.
Undersea fasting.
I can't seem to find my way in these vast, convoluted passages.
Bro, you're at the entrance.
I don't know how the Diverga ever did. The treasure chamber is somewhere down here, but I've yet to discover it. Back to the mission.
He's been lost in there for hours. We'll never find him. Walk down one hallway. There he is. He's just fucking sitting there, apparently. Okay. As far as I can tell, I'm not supposed to think that he was being held in there by the vine and a rock magic druid shit. because nobody acknowledges that. So I think it was just to make sure that the player couldn't go in there before he had enabled the quest correctly, which is some real goofy shit. Made all the funnier by the fact that I'm not even here for that specifically, but I guess I will. The groaning is so loud. Sorry to bring it up all the time, but I'm hearing it all the time. Ow, shit. It might be less noticeable because I compress my audio and whatnot by the time it goes on YouTube, but like, it is so much louder than everything else in the game right now. Just that weird, constant rope noise. This must be the indoor, even more distracting equivalent of the outdoor thing where there was some kind of like howling happening. The source of which I still have not found. That howling at least was like, okay, there's like some kind of animal out here somewhere in this area that's, you know, a place where animals could be. That makes sense. But right now, everywhere I go, even a place like this where the entire environment is stone, I'm still hearing creaking rope at like a level of intensity where it sounds like it's happening like directly in my ears. It's like, it's up there with some of the weird sound design that happened in the game Prey, which is like fantastic aside from just some really strange audio balancing sometimes that made it hard to tell how close or far away something was supposed to be. Because stuff was just weirdly loud. Haha. Hey, it's the Tome of Contrition. It's just sitting there. Look at us go. Oops. Seems I missed one. I think I have to go back to the entrance to get that one. I can just take off with this this tome. Just bye. Never come back. The Red Sky Ring. 10% damage against lightly wounded targets and during the daytime. Okay, that's interesting. It's so loud! I'm not even inside anymore. I guess that still counts as being inside. Can I jump off? No? We look like we're outside, but we're not actually outside. So I do need to head back. But things do look a bit shortcutty. What do you got up here? Map fragment Scuttle Beach. Cliff break. 2 other fragments are required. That's 2 down. Yep. Out.
Cycle the Third, the pirate? Oh, Netta, if you could only see the skies over Gallows End. Magnificent. Do you recall the base-born myth of the Pirate King? They called him Dead Kell. Well, he lives, my love, and is as existent as you or I. Not only that, but has built quite the harbor on our hidden isle. Years of his miserable life have been spent in this grand endeavor, time that could have been better spent. Strange. All my records indicate that Dead Kell was butchered not long ago by the Alfar of all people. Clearly, such reports were erroneous. I must tread carefully. Dead Kell's minions prowl the wharves and tidal pools, and he promises the gallows to any who come seeking his capture. I do not wish to risk a misunderstanding. Oh, Netta, I grow so weary of this isolation. This leave-taking may very well be the death of me.
It remains pretty funny how much I can just one-shot people. Bloop. Considering how much of the game I've spent running away from all the enemies, it's impressive how powerful I am.
Of course. It would be you, wouldn't it? I should have known Pepin would fail. He's never done otherwise. Well, the expedition has proven successful, and that is all that matters. This is one mistake that will not make its way into the Tome of Contrition. That is certain. Now we must depart. It is a long voyage back to Edessa. A pity our vessels are built for the gnomish frame. Otherwise, I might have brought you with us. Yes, it is quite a pity. Goodbye.
I did just realize. Let's see. I did just realize. I'm like, hang on a minute. I just had a book full of scandals. What am I gonna do? Not read it? Where did it go anyway? I think he died. He stopped following me. Whoops. I'm not sure when he stopped following me. But yeah, I totally turned that in without reading all the scandalous tome. No, you dicks. Damn it.
Of course. Yes, it is. Be gone now.
Okay, whatever. Back to what I was doing. Look, guys, I did a side quest. That isn't one of the factions. They made it pretty mandatory, but you know. I didn't get to. They didn't take. Come on, man. That could have been some fun world building too. We don't really encounter the gnomes that much, besides the two main ones that were involved in my revival. Having an entire book full of gnomish government scandals? Come on, man. That's the real reward of doing that quest. If you don't give me that, then I'm like, whatever.
This tunnel's going to be a big job.
That's what she said? I have what you requested.
All of this should do quite nicely, yes. Now I'll need the time to work. Give me a bit, and then return.
Did you always have terrifyingly dark circles around your eyes? Because I can't help but think you're possessed. And he was like a man possessed, but like, you know, like literally, like possessed. He like literally possessed. Like I think he's possessed. Ba-doop. Oop. Seems possessed to me. Oh, back to where I just was. Funnily enough. It's funny because when I was running up this hallway, I even thought I should keep running north until I unlock a new fast travel point. But then I realized that even if I did, I couldn't fast travel back to where I was trying to go before, because I had somehow not unlocked a single point in that entire zone. Whoops. But now it's time to go. Hello, bear. Goodbye, bear. Bink bonk. Nope. Oh. But I thought we were friends. Ow. What's up, buddy? Why are we doing this right now? Oh, it's the defender of this dude. All right, well I can talk to her. See how this go. Stop it. Whoop. Man, I really underestimated how easily you can charge this attack up without actually facing any consequences half the time. Bye, that guy. Ooh, he drops a set, but it's a sorcery set. A bad sorcery set? 10% mana. % chance to crit. Oh, this piece comes with ice damage. The other pieces might come with other elemental damages. it might be okay. Sorcery mastery doesn't amount to shit if you can't stand up fast enough, bro. This might be the kind of choice to save before, just in case. I'm not entirely clear if I want to kill her, but I'm hoping we can chat about what happened at least. But it does seem like you fucked that guy over.
What do you wish from the Scion, frail one? Don't you know that I am to be replaced? Akara prepares the successor.
Akara.
The benevolent one is more powerful than any of us can truly grasp. His magic reaches back through the ages of Amalur, nearly to the beginning. His only wish is to protect those who seek solace in this life, to withdraw from the clamor and death of the outside world. He is peace.
Then shouldn't he not want to be in you, considering what you've done, if you did do it? Since I guess that probably wasn't the Whispering Witch impersonating that guy. Also, you're speaking very calmly for somebody who just murdered all of your guys, which also, like, the fact that they all had to wear, like, kill on sight earlier is also, like, doesn't seem like you have the most peaceful god, honestly, if this is how you guys behave. Cape Solace.
The villagers are Akara's flock. They translate his wisdom into practice, making our world a better one.
Gallows End.
This is where Akara chose to create his perfect world, where he could watch over mortals and aid them in their quest for contentment.
Scion's Guard.
The Watchers have been on this island for as long as anyone can remember. They protect the Scion, and they defend Akara's interest wherever they may be.
The Scion.
I was once called Pima. Like many on this island, I was a castaway, left for dead on the beaches of Gallows End. I underwent the offering ceremony when I was a younger woman, back when I didn't know what the future held. I have been the Scion ever since. Praise Akara. Prepare to perish.
What? Okay, I guess we're doing this. Man, this game is... Sometimes it's just boring. A lot of the time it's just boring, but sometimes it's really bad. Wow, both of her knees are snapped forward. That's pretty bad. But like, that sucked. I didn't get to confront her at all. I talked to her and she boringly narrated a bunch of trash. Just some fucking codex entries at me. And then she just attacks me when the conversation's over, with zero prompting to the idea that she was even someone who would attack ever. What the? Did something glitch out there? Like, that's unacceptable. You can't let that be how your game works. There was no, like, catharsis or context. Like, you didn't get to, like, there was no back and forth. Like, I know it's like, it came up so much that it was basically predictable in The Witcher 3, but like, having a quest turn out to not be the thing that you're told at the beginning turn out to not be true, and be like, things are not quite as they seem. There's additional context and nuance to what's going on here. Man, that sure rocks your world, right? What are you gonna do now? Like, sure, that was basically every quest in Witcher 3, so you would literally start to go into every quest being like, okay, so what's it keeping from me? What are they not telling me? But like, that at least meant that every quest had an interesting thing going on. This one's just like, kill her, and then I go over and then she's like, hi, I will now explain what Scions are. Die! And that's the interaction. I'm like, what the? Finish the game, bro. What the fuck was that? What was that? Also, of course, the first short story in The Last Wish, I think, is the Striga one. So literally the first story of all of The Witcher in the first place is a short story where he is lied to about what's actually going on, and he's able to figure out the truth before he makes irreparable mistake. So it's like, that's the DNA of The Witcher. But it's a great fucking basis to go from. and quest design in general. So it's a great starting prompt to base your entire game franchise around, because like that makes the quests engaging instead of whatever this stuff is half the time. I can't even tell what they're going for sometimes.
Where have you been? Everyone is waiting for Alder's wife to come up here and do something. Not sure what exactly. They said that the new Scion is meant to enter the ring of the Watcher and accept the blessing of Akara. Whatever that means.
So two things. One, the correct offering is dead. I killed her. And two, the Scion is dead. I killed her. I will now rule this religion. Thank you. Sounds are definitely supposed to be playing right now, right? THQ Nordic, come on. What? Hey.
Why do you wound me, stranger? The Alpha despise me, the gnomes fear me, but with you I have no conflict. My ship, my crew, my island, you've taken everything. But you will not have the blessing of Akara. It is my birthright.
Why?
Have you ever tasted death, my friend? Have you felt her sweet lips upon your cheek? I was a dead man. I had finally found the peace that had always escaped me in life. But then Akara brought me back, took my hand and fished me from my slumber. I did not choose to be this. When Akara learned what I truly am, he abandoned his creation, leaving me to walk this earth in anguish. He owes me.
You are wearing a mask, right? Like, that's not... that's just confusing if it's supposed to be your real face. What is the blessing of Akara?
It is more than these fools realize. So much more. Akara is ancient. All of Amalur has passed before his eyes. The wise and the wicked. And he has passed judgment. When you receive his power, you become one with Akara and his will. The wisdom, the strength, the magic. It is the power to change the world.
Yeah, no, I don't want to merge wills with Akara. That sucks. I don't. I would like to keep my will, please, for what limited choices I have, which is usually nothing. Like, I am the Scion, you're too late. Like, the dialogue choices are usually on the right, and they're usually basically the same thing, just one of them's more rude, which is like Fallout 4 shit, basically. It is very funny, though, to me that I'm literally stepping into the circle and accepting the blessing of Akara, and then I have the dialogue option. What's the blessing of Akara? Dude. Maybe you need to make some different choices. That's that howling again. I am the Scion.
Scion. It is a meaningless title. Don't let these fools blind you. They know nothing of Akara, only what he chooses to show them. There is no Scion. There is only the power and the one who receives it.
Well, yeah, bro, I know that titles don't matter. I collect them like Pokemon cards, and then I abandon all these organizations the moment that they actually give them to me. You've lost everything.
As long as I walk this island and sail those blue waters, I will seek what is rightfully mine. No one tells dead Kel when to die. Not Akara, not you. That is one power I still possess.
I'm going to bury you.
Have you learned nothing on Gallows End? Fate cannot be chosen. It is thrust upon you. And as Akara dragged me from the heavens, I will drag you down to hell.
I've got bad news for you.
The Baronet is eager to meet you, especially after what you did to his friends.
Oh, I'm going to fight him instead. Oh. Ow. Rude. Explode now, please. There we go. And then I do this. And then you die. Oh, that's not the real one anymore. Now he's dead. Kick. Ooh, I think his head spun all the way around. Alright, well. Kel, you need some better dudes. They're not doing a great job.
Surprised to see me? The truth is that you drew me here, not Akara. I've tried time and again to see your path, to read your weave. But I find nothing in the magic. Yet, I have seen something new all on my own. It is hope. An opportunity to end the threat of dead Kel once and for all. That is what the Scion is meant to be. What you are. You are Akara's attempt to fix his own mistake. Go now, deep into Akara Tor, but do not go alone. You're destined to be joined by another.
You don't know my destiny. Don't fucking say that you know my destiny. Obviously, Nina Malloy. These guys both suck.
Alda's daughter? Yes, it is right that she go with you. Akara has torn her family to pieces. She will want revenge.
The Scion, 2% experience and 10% elemental damage. Ooh. You've claimed the powerful blessing of Akara, the ancient being that has dwelled beneath the mysterious island of the gallows end since the dawn of time. That is actually a powerful bonus. I will take that.
Watch my back.
That's a pretty good one. Are we already wrapping up the main story? Oh, that was a brief one. Okay.